Hi, I'm Al the Tutor, and this is Magic 1. An introduction to magic. Magic is the act of influencing subtle energies, powers, spirits, or deities with the intent to influence events, physical phenomena, or consciousness by magical or mystical means. What do I mean by magical or mystical means? Okay, magical would be by spell, amulet, talisman, potion, etc. Mystical would be by thought, will, psychic, mantra, mutra, yantra, etc. Charms. Old World, a magical verse. Modern, a small object used, i.e. carried, hung, worn, etc., for its magical properties or effects. There are many types of charms. Astrological charms, planetary seals, birthstones, etc. Lucky charms, charms that bring luck. Example would be the four-leaf clover. Amulets, charms that protect. Talismans, charms that draw attainments, love, wealth, long life, etc. Sachet charms, mojo bags, gris bags, wanga bags, oranga bags, medicine bags, etc. Religious charms, crosses, angels, saint medallions, etc. Tradition charms, basically charms associated with a given tradition. Babylonian charms, Egyptian charms, Hebrew charms, Greco-Roman charms, Tibetan charms, Hindu charms, etc. Incantations. In modern use, we use this similar to the old world charm definition, but generally a bit more general. We refer to it as a magical verse, i.e. a verse that has power, spirit, or invokes power, spirit, or deity aid. Potions. Basically a magical brew, similar to a tea, made with enchanted ingredients and water. Spells. A magical working intended to influence events, physical phenomena, emotions, or consciousness. Spells typically have three components: an incantation, intent, and a visualized or symbolic action. The most common types of spells are conjuring, which includes invocations, evocations, and conjurations. Malevolent spells, which includes curses, hexes, jinxes, the evil eye, fascination, and bindings. Healing spells, basically for healing. Protective spells, such as casting a circle, blessings, benedictions, prayers, exorcisms, banishments, cleansings, purifications, wards, etc. Attainment spells. Basically, again, these are spells that help you to obtain certain things. Love, wealth, long life, romance, sex, marriage, etc. Transformation spells. Spells like enchantment, glamours, and invisibility. Divination. A magical working intended to discern or explore that which is unknown. Divination has many uses. Seeing at a distance, finding lost objects, foretelling the future, finding one's soulmate, discerning true names, discerning signatures, etc. Methods of divination, there are many, but some of the most popular are astrology, scrying, dowsing, palmistry, the tarot, arithmancy, crystal gazing, runes, I Ching, omens, dreams, bone reading, the list goes on. Altered states of consciousness. You'll hear this term bandied about a bit. Basically what it means is that what it refers to is the fact that most magic is done in an altered state of consciousness. There's only two things you really need to know about altered states of consciousness at this point. There are many states of consciousness, many which are useful to magic. But in general, most magical workings are designed to induce the correct required state. So you don't have to worry about whether you're getting the right state or not. You'll learn more about those later. Signing. Signing is a magical working in which one draws glyphs in the air, on an object, on a body, on the ground, etc. with your hand, wand, sword, or other magical implement. Magical enclosures. A magical working in which one traces a glyph, the lines of which serve as a barrier. The glyphs basically act as a magical enclosure. An enclosure, it surrounds something. It can be used to keep things in or to keep things out. Basically, it separates the space within the glyph from the space outside of the glyph. Common glyphs used in magical enclosures include the circle, as in a casting of the circle. The triangle, which you'll see often in some of the old grimoires, it's used for when you invoke spirits and you summon them into the triangle. The triple circle, this is often used in some of the older magics, and it's actually can be traced back quite a ways in many different traditions. The dangers of magic. Mundane hazards. Basically the same hazards you would face doing a similar activity. Potion making. Cooking hazards, burns, cuts, slips, falls, etc. Outdoor rituals. Camping hazards, burns, getting lost, poison ivy, things like that. Charm making. Arts and crafts hazards. Cuts, chemical fumes, burns, slips, falls, etc. So what's the strategy? Research and be prepared. Curses, hexes, jinxes. The danger of being magically attacked is a real danger. However, magical attacks are rare. The reason is simple. The consequences of using black magic are as real as black magic. Those who cast or send curses, hexes, jinxes, etc. face karmic retribution, because what you cast out, you receive. Bad things in their own lives, curses, hexes, etc., draw negative energies that will build up. No matter how much they cleanse, how much they ground, it will eventually, even though in small amounts, it will build up and the consequences will begin to happen. Mental imbalance. In order for a curse or a hex to be effective, the caster must experience the effects in his or her own mind, imagination, spirit, etc. Over time, this leads to physical, mental, and emotional problems. The ill will of others. Obviously, if it becomes known that you're casting curses and hexes, people aren't going to be real happy with you. Okay, so what are the strategies for this one? Shielding, grounding, centering, and cleansing. This will negate most of the effects of any kind of a magical attack. If you're exhausted, ill, etc., get help. Anytime that you feel like you're under a magical attack, visualize the attack hitting and flowing around your shield and into the ground. And finally, eat healthy. Get plenty of sleep and exercise. Spirit hazards. Spirits can be dangerous. Most of the spirit-related problems are caused by demons, spirits of the dead, nature spirits, the folk, and ancestral spirits. There are 5 hazards associated with spirits: disease, possession, influence, spirit shock, and illusion. Disease. Caused by demons, common hazard, bad but good. We need the diseases to basically mature our immune system. Okay, now for those who are scientifically minded, think about the following. If you look at the body through a microscope, you see our cells, muscle cells, skin cells, etc. We're physical beings. If you look at a disease, i.e. a demon, you see the cells of a demon. Basically, science calls this a virus. They see only the individual cells of a demon, bits of the virus, but if you looked at it overall, you'd be seeing the demon. An interesting note, even science considers viruses non-living. Anyway, think about that. Moving on. Unwanted possessions or influence. Pretty rare. Normally, spirits cannot possess or influence a person without their consent. So basically, this only happens when you're susceptible. So what makes you susceptible? Drug use, brain trauma, if you're drained or have very low vital energies, excess traveling in the lower astral planes, prolonged grief, channeling, living in a haunted house, broken a taboo maybe, etc. Spirit shot. This is really rare. Basically, it's an energy similar to a negative energy that might be part of a hex or a curse. Illusion. Again, this is rare. Basically, it's a cast illusion. It's used to distract, sometimes to cause a minor accident. Okay, so what are the strategies? Treat spirits with respect. Make offerings to nature spirits and ancestral spirits. Do lots of cleansing. Do your shielding. Energy imbalances. Energy imbalances are fairly common. The causes vary. Stress, overdoing it, excess emotions, unhealthy diet, repressed emotions, drugs, medications, drinking, lack of sleep or physical exercise, illness, chemical imbalances in the body, negative thoughts, black magic, environmental causes, especially environmental extremes, hot, cold, wind, etc. Negativity, people, electronic devices, toxic exposures, etc. The dangers, symptoms of being ungrounded, fissures, cracks and tears, distortions, murky energies in your aura, black meridians, black, closed, or dirty chakra. Basically, the chakra is holding negative energies. Okay, quite a bit of causes and quite a few dangers here. So what are the strategies? Cleansing, centering, grounding, practicing Qigong, Tai Chi, massage, some lifestyle changes. Eat healthy, get plenty of sleep, exercise, get social, get out and meet some people. Stay away from drugs. Seek out healthier environments. Mental imbalance. Practicing magic does not normally lead to mental imbalance. However, if you have a susceptibility to mental imbalance, i.e., emotional instability, you're subject to intense emotions, you do drugs, suffer chemical imbalances, you have poor mental health, you are obsessive by nature, pessimistic by nature, negative by nature, etc. In combination with magic, these can. A further note, if you already have mental stability problems, magic will make them worse, maybe much worse. We're talking things like demonic possession, insanity, etc. Okay, so what kind of strategies do we have for this one? Don't practice magic. If you're already practicing magic, discontinue your studies for the time being. Please consider what follows, not medical advice. These are just some suggestions. Consider getting professional help. Consider support groups, centering strategies for handling emotions. Stay away from drugs, make some lifestyle changes, improve your diet, get some sleep, exercise. Come back to magic when you're better prepared for it.